Jingri Robina, this short video has been put together to educate our school on the importance of reconciliation. National Reconciliation Week is a time for all Australians to learn about our shared histories, cultures and achievements, and to explore how each of us can contribute to achieving reconciliation in Australia. National Reconciliation Week occurs at the same time each year, from the 27th of May to the 3rd of June. These days commemorate two significant milestones in the reconciliation journey: the successful 1967 referendum and the High Court Mabo decision.
The 27th of May, 1967 was a momentous turning point for Australian history. More than 90% of Australians chose yes to count Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander to the census. The Australian government was now able to make laws.
Before 1967, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people did not have the same rights as others.
Many aspects of their lives were controlled by the state governments, including the right to vote, marry whoever they choose, own property, and receive equal pay.
When the First Fleet arrived in January 1788, Great Britain took formal possession of Australia. It did so without negotiating with the original inhabitants of the land, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, who inhabited the land for between 40,000 to 60,000 years.
The referendum opened a door by allowing the Australian government to change the constitution. This meant that the government could make laws that could assist in making people equal.
The 27th of June is an important day that marks the beginning of Reconciliation Week. The 3rd of June also marks a historic day for the Australians First Nations people and the end of Reconciliation Week.
On the 3rd of June 1992, the Australian High Court delivered the Mabo's decision. The Mabo decision marked Eddie Mabo's challenge to the terra nullius, meaning land belonging to no one, and the legal recognition of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people as the traditional owners and custodians of this land. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples occupied Australia for 40,000 to 60,000 years before the British arrived in 1788. The Mabo decision recognised that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have rights to their land, rights that existed before the British arrived and can still exist today.
This year's National Reconciliation Week theme, Be Brave, Make Change, is a challenge to all of us to be brave and tackle the unfinished business of reconciliation, so we can make change for the benefit of all Australians. Change begins with brave actions in your daily life, where you live, work, play and socialise. There are a number of actions that we encourage students at Robina State High School to follow each day of the year, not just during Reconciliation Week.
One way that we can be brave and make a change is to call out racism. Racial discrimination is the different treatment of a person based on their cultural background, their skin colour or their race. If you see or hear racism, please be sure to call it out and tell a teacher, your parent or a trusted adult.
Another way to be brave and make change is to acknowledge our country. We are built on the land of the commemorate people. We acknowledge traditional owners at every year level assembly, event and meeting.
During what other events could you do an acknowledgement of country outside of school, at a sports event, or for a meeting or a club committee?
You can also be brave and make change by educating yourself. During numerous units through your time as a student at Robina, you will learn of Australia's history regarding the treatment of our First Nations people. Be open to learning about Australia's dark history, but be sure to focus on the stories of the true heroes of the time.
Finally, be brave and make a change by being an ally. First Nations people just make up 3% of the Australians' population. Allies help amplify issues and take action.
Allies listen to the voices of First Nations people and don't speak for them. Allies stand with First Nations people through the good and the bad.
At Robina, we are committed to reconciliation. If you'd like to learn more about how you can be brave and make change, please visit the Reconciliation Australia website.
Be brave, make change.
Be brave, make change.
Be brave, make change. Be brave, make change.